Welcome to, once again, Knightangels Nightwalkers. Almost forget who I was. Today's episode, we're not going to go anywhere special, but we're going to be doing a fun run. I'm going to try to reshoot Allison Park in Goodhue Park. That's the reason why I'm wearing black today. So I'm sitting here in front of my building, 1077, across from 1075. It looks like it's a nice clear night. Let's find the shortest way there and let's get it started. I was going to do New Jersey today, but due to lack of funds, I'm going to wait until the following week. If not, when I move back into this building right here, you see it back of me, I will do the Jersey trips in a later month, maybe before Christmas sometimes. But then again, I'm going to take a slow walk up Castleton, and I'm going to make a left where we have seen those two lions on somebody's porch, driveway, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully, if I could find that trail into the cemetery, I will get us in there. So, sit back and enjoy the ride. And this time, I'll keep my hands off the record button. That's the reason why I didn't get the footage the last time. All right. I could grab the 46, but do I want to pay the fare just to do a recap? I'm not going to touch my body camera, so what I'm going to do in advance is I preset everything. So that's the way I could see if the red light is blinking, and if the red light ain't on, then I usually do that, but I'm going to leave it. I was going to leave it on stealth mode, but I'll turn the camera back on stealth mode when I go to work tomorrow. My fabulous bus stop. Unfortunately, the 54 ain't running tonight, but it would be running Monday through Friday, all the way up to 11. West Brighton has some good memories here. 14 Carat used to be right over there. That used to be a mess back in the 80s. Last time we ended up in Manus Harbor. Look, listen to me. Last time we ended up in West. Now I'm saying West Brighton. Okay. Take two. Or should I say take three? Last time we ended up in New Brighton, crossing Brighton Avenue. It was fun because we got to go into Jones Park. Or should I say Jones Woods Park. Allison Park was okay, but we have to be quiet in accordance of what we were looking for. One, we were looking for the entrance to get in there. What I noticed about the park, Goodhue Park became a park by the New York City Parks Department. So they didn't take the front of Goodhue. They took the back of Goodhue. So technically, the Children's Aid Society, as long as we're not in front of it and we stay in the park side of Goodhue, I don't think will be an issue. But you know what? It's going to be fun. Now, without being seen, we're going to sneak in on the right side of the park. So that's our goal. So that's our goal for tonight. Now, we have someone making out on the bus. Gee, remember the times I used to do that shit. So, I declared it was a beautiful night to take a walk. I mean, it's a nice night out. I've been sleeping all day. Been hiding behind a computer screen. But I don't think there's too much shit going on. I don't think people are going to worry about me. But so the only thing they're going to probably ask me to do is leave. Say, wait, I got ID. I was like, when we left the house, I don't know what time we left the house by, but we left the house at we left the house at 21:45. I'll double check the camera when I go home on the departure time. But I left a little earlier so I could get up there early. So some of this part right here is going to get cut out. So when we get to the park itself, I'll re-edit it. I might have to shut the ringer from my phone off, but I have to catch it. So, like this, the light should come on. So, there's some stores that are still open, so that's good. So we need some type of refreshment. We can stop in some of the stores. All right. I don't want to keep on bragging about this, but I don't want to keep on jawing about it. But this time we want to stay quiet and we want to hunker down in the woods so we won't get spotted. Because Goodhue is private property and we don't want to be nailed because we're walking through the park part. We're walking through the park part, and according to that, it says we could be in there till 9 o'clock. Now it's after 9, so by the time we get up there, I always wanted to go in here. I never had the heart to go in. I don't even know if they're still open. Did they convert it into a Chinese mega church? They probably turned it into an Asian church. Here's another one. Davis Avenue. Oh, we got a Ring doorbell. That's fun. Dunkin' Donuts closed early. Well, I am going to the precinct either Tuesday or Monday. If I got those backwards or mixed up, I'll probably end up going to the precinct on Tuesday, because Wednesday, I might as well do it Monday and do whatever I have to do on Tuesday, because I ain't going to be home from Thursday all the way up to Saturday. So I'm going to be gone for Saturday night. And this is my only way I could get cheap thrills. I already tested the modes on it. And I'm going to use my camera. I'm going to use my phone for the majority of it. And I'm going to keep this off. The reason why I'm going to use my phone this time is because the light, I could use the light on it. All right. Last time I did this, I lost the footage. And when I got home, I was so upset that night. I was like, Man, I said, that kind of sucks. So this time, instead of cursing a lot, all right, gonna have to edit that out. Instead of cursing a lot, like I normally do, I'm going to keep it mediocre. Maybe rated R. I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to take some behind me shots. So if I am being followed, because last time I was in there, it did feel like I was being followed. And there was nobody around. And it was kind of funny yesterday, last week, it was kind of funny that all of a sudden lights started flashing and there was nobody around either. Oh, I gotta shut the light off. I'll use my cell phone cam too to take some amazing pictures. So that'd be great. All right. Maybe we could squeeze in Silver Lake Park too, because we're entitled to be in there at 1 o'clock in the morning. So 1, 12, 11, 10. So we got 3 hours. That sums it up. And then we'll travel west on Castleton back home and take that ending shot over again, because that was a disappointment, leaving you without an ending. I should make an appointment with Bayview and have a touch up this front tooth. All right, so here's the thing. We're right near St. Vincent's, aka Rumsey. Most of us that knows this hospital, we know it as St. Vincent's because we grew up in this neighborhood and we had to deal with that hospital. But as you can see, the streets are bare, and that's a new addition to the hospital. I was in there a couple of years ago, I think a year ago, and I had a cold, and the doctor that worked on me in there was pretty cool. I liked her, but the only downside is that she kept me prisoner inside that freaking hospital. I didn't like that, so I was like, listen, if you ain't finding nothing wrong, cut me loose. I mean, put it this way. All right, here's another site that I was famous for. My therapist used to work out of here. Back then, back here, that building right there, when I was a kid or a teenager growing up in the hood, as you might say it, I used to come over here and have a therapist evaluate me, because I see other people do it. Matter of fact, I see other people doing it. It was fun. I thought it was fun. But yes, When I was a teenager, I did get therapy and I did have a therapist. And you know what? That therapy came in handy, even though I thought it was fun for other people. People really have problems. And when I became an auxiliary police officer, that's when the rubber hits the road. I saw all these people having problems. I mean, half of these people don't even know what the word EDP means. I'm not going to go into that specific lettering on what it means, but those who know, you know. And I thought therapy was fun. So I jumped on board and I decided to see a therapist. Well, make a long story long, or should I say, make a short story long, I was being bullied in high school. Well, actually, I was being bullied in general. And those who are being bullied, stick up for yourself. Like I did. Suicide is not the answer. You just telling these assholes that they won. Look at that city skyline. We're back where we were before, aren't we? But I'm using a camera this time. If I get a little closer, I'll get it with my camera. All right. There we go. So, instead of letting these assholes win, I stuck up for myself. I'm not going to let them win. No. Because if you kill yourself, that's what they want. They want to win. And I wasn't letting that happen. I like that. I like that. Oh, man. That's... You know what? I'm going to have to use my body cam for this one. Definitely going to use my body cam for this one. Alright. Now that's nice. If you can see that, that is very nice. That is very nice. I like that. You know what? Let's do this. I think we're in for an amazing season this Christmas. This winter, this is going to be alive. I got another video coming on that. When I start going out on patrol, the shit's going to hit the fan. It's going to be lit. Now back to what I was saying. Nah, don't let a bully win. Stick up for yourself. Because if you have thoughts of suicide or thinking about thoughts of suicide, nah, don't let them win. I've seen a lot of that shit happen. No, don't do it. Stick up for yourself. Tell somebody. If you have a problem, tell your guidance counselor. That's what I did. I was talking to my guidance counselor. Every time I got bullied, that was it. Even though they tell you not to tell anybody, tell. You're not a tattletaler. You're not ratting on someone because you're sticking up for yourself. You're sticking up for yourself. Do the right thing. Stick up for yourself. Don't let these assholes win. Now I want to get a shot of that skyline before it disappears. And I had a good shot of that. I had a good shot of the skyline, but woo, oh yeah. Nah, it looks cartoonish. Nah, that looks kind of lame. Alright, let me take a nice picture of it. Alright. I thought my cell phone would handle that, but it didn't. There's some nice parts. There's some nice parts of the island that are nice. So right now I'm on the corner of Pembroke and Cunningham. That's it. Cunningham. And it's amazing, but right after we get to that area right there, that's why I'm wearing my security hat today. All right. Okay. These Motorola's, man, they are far out. If I'm talking like I'm from the 70s and the 80s, because I was. I grew up in I was born in the 70s, lived through the 80s, survived through the 90s, and getting terrorized by the 20s. All right. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Now, we're protruding our destination. All right. Now, all right. Love the redness in those bushes. Now, all right. All right. Here we are. All right. All right. What is this? Cunningham and what? Cunningham and Spring Hill. Wait. Brentwood and Spring Hill. Here we are. Cunningham and Sprint Hill. And Allison Pond is right behind me. I'm going to see if I could grab some night shots and see what else we could do next. But thank you for coming with me this far. We got a lot to go through and a lot of reshoots. So here goes. There's the 44. They probably have the water on. There is snapping turtles in here. Yep, they do. Yeah. It's dark out, so it's hard to see. All right. You can hear it, but you can't see it. See? You can hear it, but you can't see it. Let me see if I can reach it with my phone. Yeah, there we go. Definitely reach it with my phone. There we go. Okay. Now, see, we got to be careful because oh shit. But to say I lost my flashlight. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, we're over here. All right. All right. We have to run up against this trail. All right. There we go. The entrance to the park is right there. Oh, wrong one. I'll put this in my bag. All right. You can hear it. Now, it won't work with the camera off. Come on, work, you son of a bitch. There we go. We keep the camera on. Wait a minute. A. All right, that one. There we go. All right, so it won't. Come on. There we go. Here's the marker. Aim it down. Let's get it down like that. All right. Okay, good. Keep it down like this. All right. Now, there is a trail that goes this way. All right, there's two of them. All right, there is a trail that goes down that way. Yeah, there is. Let me see. Mostly briars. Fortunately, we can't go in because it's blocked. But that's a cemetery. Let me see if we can find another way in. Alright. Where's the path? What we need to do is get lost in here. Alright. There we go. That will keep it down to a minimum. Alright. Alright. We got caution tape here. Alright. You can hear the whispering waters and the only thing I want to do is go up to the stone stage. I think that looks like a way in. Let's see. Yes. No, it's not. Because that's the brick wall. All right. All right. I'm right behind somebody's house. So that's good. All right. Now. Here's the brick wall to the cemetery. Now, there's supposed to be an opening somewhere around here. Here's the brick wall. Again, there we go. There it is. Here is Snug Harbor Cemetery. Let me see. Should be all right though. There we go. Here's a grave marker. All right, see? We're inside. Don't want to touch that. You see? We're inside of Snug Harbor Cemetery. See? Let's see. We can backtrack out, because there's a grave marker right there. That proves that we're in here. So let's get the hell out of here. Find out where we came in at. And then the ground is kind of wet. So I'll keep it down like that. Here's some graffiti. We're behind 61. See? I was trying to get the flashlight going, but failed. But now I got it now. Now we're back up and we're recording. Okay. There it is. Heart Attack Hill. We're right at the top. Yeah, we're right at the top of Heart Attack Hill. This is the cabin we were at when we were getting our snacks. And then we'll go through the woods right down that way to go to our campsite. The campsite was numbered. So we will all stand here waiting for our snacks. All right, and this is what you call the famous Heart Attack Hill. It got its name because when you walk up it, it feels like you're having a heart attack. That was dumb. Let's do this. When you walk up this hill, it will felt like you were having a heart attack. That's why they call it Heart Attack Hill. It was crazy. Because me and my cousin Melvin and Joey used to come up here. Oh shit. Me and my cousin came up here and we rode our bikes with no brakes. My cousin ended up in the lake. And I, as a kid, was running down this hill. And I lost my footing and I scraped my chest on this hill. Now, it's funny. So now, if you look back quite a ways, that's Heart Attack Hill. You can't see much at night, but yeah, it's Heart Attack Hill. I don't want to keep on using the light in here because I don't want to get spotted. So here's an open piece of road. There we go. Now, we can't see where we're going, but we know this is the road, and this will take us out. Let me see. There we go. We'll follow this road, we should be fine. Okay. the camera will help me guide my way. So there's no chance of getting lost. When I hit the top part, we should be in a clearing. All right, here's the clearing. When you hear sirens, that means it's nearby. Look how quiet that shit is. My camera's still on. All right. Wow. Remember, we walked this part and it felt like somebody was right behind us. Okay. Now, it's a clear night. Look at it. It's a clear night. That's the reason why I have all my lights off. Somebody's been back here because they were changing the trash. They said that there's cameras throughout it. They could be censored cameras, but this is my last time going through here. So what we're going to do is, once we vacate the park, we used to lay down in the grass over there. It's kind of fun though. Fun times. There go Goodhue pool right over there. Tell me that doesn't strike fear into you. All right. This is where the cars come in. So the lights, if I pretend to be one of the trees, then that'd be good. Stay on this trail. Because here, we used to line up for the pool. And the only time we were allowed to use the pool is in groups. So say if your group number was 1, you will go in the pool eventually. But if you're group 8 and above, forget about it. You have a long ass wait. So I usually do a couple of groups at a time. And it used to get aggravating. All right, chill out. Chill out, because I hear cars. See, that's what I mean. I hear cars. So I say chill out. They're blurred, but they can't see me because I'm in black. Let me get my hood up. Because it looks like this guy's going to make a turn. There we go. All right. Now we're going to go across the basketball court. Oh, we got another car coming down. All right. All right. Got more cars. And then there's the break in the fence. That's very interesting, because now there's a break in the fence. All right, that was very interesting. There's a break in the fence right there, so we're good. Now, we started in Allison Pond Park, and we got a sneak peek of the cemetery of Snug Harbor. Now we're going to go up this road and then go back to Castleton and work our way back to West Brighton. But there's a lot of things we need to do yet. So come along with me as we take a walk. Now, remember this spot? Because I sure do. This spot was where we would have taken a shot of that statue. We could have taken a shot of that statue, but I cut off my camera at the wrong time. My camera was never turned on. Now it's turned on. And you remember that part over there? That's Johnson Woods. We were in that park before, but now we give gratitude to the flag and Wilton Park. You made America great. Don't underestimate them. They're not a baby killer. So remember, we went that way. Now we're going up this way. It's 2244. And the reason why we're going up this way is we say, no dumping. This area is under surveillance. This is our second time walking through here and nobody approached us. Here's the damaged part of the fence. Now, all right. No Barry today. No Barry today. All right. When we were kids, we used to hang out in this area. And it was funny because we always ran up to that monument when we ran through the basketball court. This was all was happening. Another cut-in. So if we had to run, we will go through here. So somebody's been in here. But I'm not going to reveal the cut-ins. I'm just saying that cut-ins. All right, it was right. Goodhue Park. See, it says it right here. Goodhue Park from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I am not going back in there, I swear. It was fun though, coming out of it, but I'm not going there. But we found an opening, so now we know how to get out legally. It looked like a car went through this fence right here. So, Google Maps was right again. That picture wasn't updated. So, They didn't repair the gate. I guess it's too much money. So let's see. If we stay on Brighton, we'll probably be in back of Heart Attack Hill. Holy shit. What the fuck? It's hard to catch a trespassing charge if all these damage is here. Holy fuck. Google Maps was right again. Look at all that shit. And they're cutting holes in the fence. I could literally sneak back in if I wanted to. Well, fruit for thought. I know the trail's in here, so fruit for thought. If I ever get chased by the cops, I'll for sure lose them in here. It's dark, it's quiet, and if you wear the right clothing, you won't be seen. The only way to get into Snug Harbor, I want to do a Snug Harbor one, but we're going to have to camp out in there overnight. And another break in the fence. Wow. All right. Infrared. All right, the IR is off. I just want to make sure that the IR is off. Look at this shit. This is probably aging. That's probably due to aging because a car wouldn't go through it like that. If they really cared about this property, they would have fenced it up a long time ago. But I guess now that the Parks Department owns it, they don't have enough money in their budget to replace the fencing. Because this is all original fencing. This is nothing fake about it. I remember this going back as a child. I used to go to this camp when I was 10 years old. And the front part of it was owned by the front part of it is still owned by the Children's Aid Society because they own the buildings in the front, and the Parks Department owns the building in the back, owns nothing but park in the back. So another one. Like where do I begin? So we could have just left the park a long time ago and nobody didn't know that we were in there. Let me see something. I got my flashlight. And like, damn, look how steep that shit is. Food for thought. Google Maps was right about this one too. Now we're going back up to Castleton and Brighton. So now we're going to pass all of this, go right in front of I-61, and hopefully go up to Forest Avenue. See, look at this. This area is under surveillance, authorized personnel only. And this is where Goodhue will enter, and they will stock up those cabins in the back. The cabins that we just saw or in the back. They usually come in with the supplies and they will stock up. Another trail. Another trail going down that way. Another piece of fence missing. I know I walked around the whole entire thing. It's kind of funny. I walked around the whole entire thing. Matter of fact, I walked through the whole entire thing. I didn't know this shit. If I know there was a break in the property, I could have went out this way. But no, I went out by the pool. Now here we are. My niece's old school, IA 61. Principal parking only. Wow, he's special. He is sure damn special. I never recall a stop sign here though. No wonder why they were stopping. Can you tell me what the fuck is that? I knew I was going to keep it PG, but I lied. All this will be filled up with students in the morning. Let's see. If we go up Brighton, we'll hit Silver Lakes. If we go up Hart and stay on Hart, we'll hit the back of Silver Lakes Park. You know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Alright. Like I said, I like to use satellite because satellite mode will give me a pinpoint on where I am. So definitely satellite mode. Well, I'm using this app, of course. Alright. It's telling me I'm on the corner of Castleton and Brighton. So if I take Brighton all the way up to Forest Avenue, then I'll be in front of Silver Lakes Park. I'm trying to get my thing to satellite, but it's not going into satellite, I guess. This will have to do because I could learn more from this. Yeah, back when I was doing the parade, I was stuck at the corner of Forest and Brighton anyway. It was just a one-way down, so there was no sense of blocking it off. But you do got idiots, so they like to go up one-way streets because they don't know how to read. If you're one of those people, leave a comment. Because of you, they're changing the laws. And because of you, we went from 25 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour. And because of you again, they're turning crosswalks into speed bumps, which is kind of ridiculous. So, thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you for screwing up Staten Island, and thank you for making our lives miserable. To them, I thank you. So we just left Goodhue Park after being spotted by surveillance. I want to go back there and get the footage, but if I do that, I get arrested, right? Right. All right, so but I did mention that I am an auxiliary police officer, and in order to maintain my rank, I got to put in my hours. I'm a lieutenant, and I have a lot of experience doing this. And odds of getting chased, I'm a 52-year-old male. Where I'm going to run to, I'm trying to think that out. When I come back with an answer, I'll let you know. But yeah, if I'm going to be running, where I'm going to run to. And another thing is, the only time I do running, if I apply for the marathon, it's the only time I'm going to do some running, or maybe leisure. But that ain't po-po up there, is it? Because if it is, it'd be funny as fuck. No, it's not. Alright. Brighton and Forest. Here we are. If you need a lawyer, you got Chagobi right here, next to Piazza. Wow. I'm not even going to touch that one, but you make of it. There's a joke in there somewhere. But if my arm is sagging, it's because I'm holding a camera and somehow with all these speeding cars I'm going to probably get myself killed. But no. Alright, we made it across the street. There was one part of the park that I missed. It was up this way. I caught it when I was on patrol last time. But we're in the Silver Lake area now. So let's get this light turned on here. We're in the Silver Lake area now. And this area is nice when it comes to seeing your borough at night. But listen, we got a lot to do and a lot of ground to cover, and it's fun. I mean, I was going to stay home tonight, but you know what? Hey, come outside. Get that night air on your skin. And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Alright. There's a dead end here. But I'm not going to walk up a dead end. If it's a dead end, that means it doesn't go anywhere. Alright. Let's go up the next block, I do believe. We'll stay quiet for the majority of it. Alright. I'm wearing my security hat, so they think I'm doing security in this area. So, well, the parks, anyway. They think I'm doing security for the parks. And it's fun. It's really fun. Because one, I am a licensed security officer. Two, I work on a contract. Yeah, you say what? All right, University and Forest. Let's go up University and Forest. Let's go up University. All right. Another block. That's nice with the Christmas. Let's make that happen. You know what? I'm going to use my camera for this one. Another nice little Christmas display right here. It's awesome. I like to see stuff like this. Nice little Christmas displays and shit like that. Ho ho ho, that's funny. Lit up reindeer. It's funny. I think for once, we should be behind the Silver Lake Golf Course. We should be behind it. But these damn hills are killing the shit out of me. There should be a park right here, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I'm getting tired of looking at Trump's face. Can we see something different, please? All right. All right. I might have to shut off the phone for a minute to reset it. So let's do that now. Oh. I parked the auxiliary van over on the next block, so during the parade we could get out a lot faster. Just shoot down Castleton. We'll be back in the precinct in about 15 minutes. All right, here's Silver Lake Golf Course. Please curb your dog. All right, come on, Sparky. Clean up after your pet. All right, you know what that sign says, Sparky? I gotta clean up after you. Yeah, you know the laws. I'm editing that. Definitely editing that. All right, here's an old building here. All right, so there's a building here. We don't know what that building is, but it's a building with cones in it. Looks like it's a storage shed. It's like pretty ritzy up here. We gotta now we're on, if we can't make out the street, we could definitely make it out. All right, here's it, another park right here. This is ran by the Parks Department. At least a circle if we don't know where we are. Oh yeah, I shut the phone off. That's right. Wow, look at that. There's a house way out there with lights on. That's way out. I got the pre-Christmas jitters, man. That's way out. That's far out. Oop. Alright, let's check the sign. Because this is Parks Department property. And if Silver Lakes Park. Alright. We got until 1 a.m. So that's pretty good. So the law stipulates that. So if we're doing everything legitimately, then we should have no problems when it comes to that. And that's what we need, problems. And anyway, we're not going to stay here long anyway. I got to stop doing that, because when I look up, I get dizzy, and don't like it when I'm dizzy. All right. So this is what I do. I knew it. I had to reset my phone. I had to reset my phone to get the satellite map up. All right, we're still on University and Reeve Street, or Revere Street. And it says there's a playground nearby. The playground should be on my left-hand side, according to the map. But I don't see anything here. It looks like nothing but brush and emptiness. But the fence looks easy to climb, though. Maybe that might be it. Let me see. The fence does look easy to climb, though. But it's supposed to be a park over here somewhere. Maybe it's in the back, because last time I remember it's in the back. Yep. Likewise. Now, see that? That's old-fashioned. That goes back centuries. See, now you have the new sidewalk here. You have the new sidewalk here. Got the old sidewalk here. If I go back on history with this place, it'll be amazing. I think I just found the playground. Yep, found the playground. Oh, cool. It got a seal in the back. That's just cool. I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid. Oh, man. I haven't seen these when I was a kid. Wow. Holy shit. I'm like, shit, I haven't seen that shit when I was a kid. I used to hang out on this shit too. Like, yeah. I'm taking my relaxation on. Man, sitting on top of a seal, chilling out, maxing and relaxing. And it's only 23:11. Watching the little ghost children running around. That is something. That is something. And if you look around here, you got the little house here. That's kind of fun to look at. Got that nice looking patio too. It's really bringing out the history of it. Again, we got the tennis courts. way in the main drag of the park. But then you have the tennis courts. I don't know how to enter those shits, but I knew there was a park up here. We got workers up here too. We have Parks Department vehicles. Again, you have park rules here, and the tennis court's supposed to be open at a set time. But if they don't want nobody in these parks at a certain time, they should have them locked. But I guess there's not enough people around here to do that. I always thought it was the job for the parks to... I always thought it was the job of the parks police to do that. And look like the lock hasn't even been touched. It's all rusted. I guess it's a quiet neighborhood, so water fountains. They got the new ones. The ones you could put up your water bottle to it. I knew there was a park back here, but I was second guessing it. Well, what the hell's that? Oh, it's garbage. I thought it was a... Yo, that was scary. Shadow fox. That's awesome. I'm not going to take a picture of the picture because of the license plate, but I can always blur that license plate out. Shadow fox. I think that's a character name, I think. Another junction box. The reason why I have my flashlight on is because I don't want to get hurt. And it is dark in here. So here we are approaching the baseball field. And the baseball field. It looked like there's a lot of water on the baseball field because it looked like they combed it too. Ah, there's a hole in the fence. We found one. You ever seen Candyman? That movie Candyman. Wow. Well, in the scene, Candyman, there was a mouth. It was an opening like this, and it had a mirror of Candyman's mouth. And it was kind of fun watching the movie. But we're not going to do that because if it's fenced off, it's supposed to be fenced off for a reason, because they don't want no trespassing in there. And I can respect that. I'll keep my flashlight aimed towards the ground. What is this one? 6 to 1 a.m. So we got legal rights. Alright. Oh, cool. A bird feeder. A bird house. I've been seeing a lot of these around the parks lately. It's beautiful. I'm aiming it towards the floor. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at Victory Boulevard. How far are we? Forest Avenue is way back there. If we keep on walking up, we're going to hit Victory Boulevard. Because there's that terrace over there that we saw a couple of months ago when we were out here doing our midnight walks, or should I say night walks, and we saw a red light coming from that area. That's Victory Boulevard. That's Victory Boulevard right there. You see the patio with the red light across it? That's it, my friends. We were there a couple of months ago during our night walks. I didn't know that this street goes far. Because when I was working the parade, when I was working the St. Patrick's Day parade, I didn't know this street goes back farther than this. I really didn't know that. 2 dead-end blocks. So something tells me I'm going to hit a dead end at the end of this one. I think that's a dead end, but it cuts through. Yep. What did I just say? A dead end street. So if we keep on walking up this way, we're going to hit a dead end. I better stop using words like that in the middle, especially at night. Dead end, it doesn't mix. Dead end, it doesn't mix. It's crazy as it seems because it's night out. Somebody's sitting next to a fire, smooching their girlfriend or their wife. Dead end. It is a nice neighborhood, though. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Well, now we're not on park property, so we're in the street. Actually, this is public domain, the street, and that's the park. So another dead end. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rip around this dead end street. Yeah, see, it's a dead end. You could tell. All right. There's a dead end right here where it's all wooded out, and the woods probably go up to Victory Boulevard. Oh God, I had to read it, right? And Silver Lake Court. It would have been fun to do this on Halloween. Horror film shot. Lakewood. Let's see. Should we risk going up the dead end? Let's see. What does the map tell us? It is cold out here, though. Quite cold. Not as bad, but it's cold. All right. All right. There's no cut-in, but that's somebody's backyard. We don't want to do that. We don't want to walk into somebody's backyard. Next street over is way on Lakewood. So the next street over is, my phone is programmed to call 911 immediately if I see something. So if somebody called the police on me, I understand. At least somebody's being vigilant. All right, now here's another street. All right, Rose Court. Rose Court looks like a breakthrough street, but it looks like somebody's house is right in front of it. So that's no dice neither. Why didn't you work this good in fucking Allison Park? So, next Sunday, we probably might head out to Jersey if we have funding and if we're not too tired doing 30 hours in one day. We might go back to Jersey. If not, don't fret. Christmas is next month. So, in certain neighborhoods, there will be lighting displays on people's lawns. And it's very beautiful this time of night. Very beautiful. Some people don't leave them on until after midnight. They shut them off. Hopefully, we could do that. Hopefully, we can do that. And if it's not too scary or cold out, yeah, why not? I'm gonna put on some music for a minute because I'm dying from the boredom. Great, because right now you just caught me on my night walks, so I'm broadcasting live from Silver Lakes. Shall I say pre-recorded, because I don't have the equipment to go live. I don't need to see shit like that, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Well, I'm not in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of somewhere. And right now, I'm trying to stay focused on areas that I need to pay attention to. And here is another dead end. You know what? There's cars circling around me, but it's not bad. And we're not on anybody's property. Here is another display. The gold reindeer. I saw those in Lowe's. Okay. The gold reindeer. I saw this in Lowe's. This is actually pretty cool though. The snowman. The reindeer. That's pretty cool. And that's a nice display right there. I'm trying to stay away from numbers because I'm trying to keep the addresses out of it. But this is a nice display here too. They even got a minion standing guard out front. So we're back on Revere. I used to deliver. We're on Oakwood Avenue in Revere. We're going to take our time and we're going to go down to Forest Avenue. Let's do this. It's 23:29. I did this way too early. I should have done this in the middle of the night like I was planning to, but if you hear something, it sounds like crickets, but it's not. It's too late in the season. If I could do this Saturday night, that'd be cool too. But I'm moving it to Sunday for a reason. Because certain laws need to be paid attention to. And being that I like to bring up law a lot, oh yes, and another one that's all nice. And look at this. It's like, oh yes, that is fantastic. I like the rainbow deer, the star. I love that. Really, really cool though. I love that. Across the street we got a turkey. Somebody got the Thanksgiving spirit. I'll stop in for a drumstick. That's pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen something like that. I'm serious. First time I see something like that. We got a house for sale. It's a quiet neighborhood, so generally there's a house for sale. All right, nighttime, jumpy. That's why I like to do these night walks. Whew. People just jump out of everywhere. I don't want to drive any suspicion because we don't belong in this area. I'm not going to use we as a racial thing. I'm talking about we do not belong in an area because we don't live here. So we have to respect it and those around us. People have to go to sleep and get up for work or school in the morning. So we just got to respect it. there are homes around here with surveillance cameras with sensors on them. So you might see a sensor trigger off a spotlight, and it will indicate that there's somebody in the neighborhood or near the house. But burglaries do happen around this time of night, so people do have security and alarm systems on in their residence, and I don't blame them, because I'll be doing the same thing too. If I am a homeowner, I'll do the same thing too. We got a little snow. We got a baby turkey across the street. Yeah, see? We got a baby turkey across the street. That's fun. Baby turkey. Kind of fun. You don't see those, especially around Thanksgiving. And it's a week before Thanksgiving. I mean, actually, it's not a week before Thanksgiving. It's a couple of days. We're heading towards Forest Avenue now, and we just went from Silver Lakes. Scary as shit, but how many miles did we walk? We're away from Goodhue. I went near a bar. That's cool. We are on Sharon Avenue, crossing Forest Avenue. So now we're going back to civilization. Yep, garbage pickup. Yeah. Commercial garbage pickup. Randall Manor. It's still before midnight. And does Forest Avenue look Christmassy? Look at this. Looks so Christmassy. See? Who said the city doesn't celebrate Christmas? Look at that. Looks all Christmassy, right? We're on the corner of Sharon and Forest. As we're going down Forest Avenue, we got Cafe Milano. All these nice Christmas things going. And they spend all their time decorating. There goes my bank I associate with. The lights make everything stand out. Are there any bars open today? Because today is Sunday. Bach, Baya Bar. We got a bar across the street, seems to be like kicking up. Shainer's. Now we on halal food. There's this. Now, I don't know, because I didn't see this place before. Alright, a tribute to the fallen. Alright. We got a nice little mural we found on Forest. Here you go, Cloven Tarji. I guess this is in a memory of Rescue 5. Nice little mural, a piece of history. We're still climbing down Highland Boulevard. We're still climbing down on Forest Avenue. So now we're on the corner of Metropolitan and Forest. And as we work our way down, we're going to follow these gorgeous Christmas lights until we hit North Burger. And then we take Castleton all the way down. I want to see if they charge me if I use my card. They charge me a fee if I use my card. Because I don't have no money on me right now. And I don't get paid until next week. If they charge a fee, I'll buy something to eat. But I told you before we were going to end up on Forest Avenue. And sure enough, here we are. Good old Forest Avenue. Following those beautiful Christmas lights. That's fucking funny. If you're getting tired of getting gaslight, well, let me see. If you're getting tired of getting gaslit, go to Gaslight Dispensary. They'll take care of you. And then right after that, you can go to Wine and Liquors. And then if you throw up on yourself, you can get your clothes dry cleaned. And then if you get the munchies, you go to the store right behind me. And if you don't have enough money to buy, you go to the bank. That's funny. Why does it look scary out here? I don't know. It looks more scary out here because there's really nobody out here. I figured it's after 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's only 11:40. City Boulevard and Forest Avenue. Timestamp 23:40. Now, should I stay on Forest or should I go down that way and head home? This has been awesome so far. Forest and City Boulevard. There's no way I'm going to make two streets at once, so we'll wait for this one. We'll wait this one out. We'll take a break. Yeah, the 48. That's a fun bus. If we go up this way, we can see our grandmother. Now I can just hang out right here and just chill. Planet Wings, you hungry? Oops. Don't want that. There's the 48. If you want it, you can grab it. And there's Planet Wings, Starbucks. I'm just gonna hang out here until that light changes and then walk down that way. We could go up that way, but I don't want to go towards St. Peter's. Maybe I should. I don't know. That thought hasn't crossed my mind yet. What is that? Asa bowls? And wow, I got 16 minutes. Thank God I don't have a walker. Planet Wings. What is all that about? I know about Starbucks, Planet Wings, Carvel. What is that store about? ACAI. Is that a new restaurant? Somebody let me know in the comments. Oh, okay. Chocolate cocoa bowls. Smoothies. Oh, I get it. It's a smoothie store. What time they open up? It's a smoothie store. Okay, all right. The green one looks pretty outrageous. And there is a store here. I don't know if they take credit cards, but no, it's closed. There is a restaurant here, but they sell coffee in there, but I'm going to have to use my credit card to get that coffee because it is chilly out and it's kind of like, and I'm out here in a black hooded sweater and walking along Victory Boulevard talking into my camera, and wow, it looks like there's nobody in there. Outdoor garden cafe. When did this happen? Night Arms. I mean, I guess I'm not the only one out here on foot, so I see a couple of people out here. Well, being that it's well lit, I can shut this off because it's starting to look suspicious now, and I am walking down Forest Avenue. We have Lawrence. Copy and Go. There you go. If you want to get your copies done, come down to Copy and Go. Magic Lash. Wow, all right. Why is these stores don't make sense to me? All right. It's kind of funny, but I get it. I get it. Oh yeah. I was supposed to turn on my music, and we'll do this, go down the music. All right, add to queue. All right, we'll do that. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, that ain't happening. All right, we'll keep it down. We go here, and there we go. All right. There goes the 48 now. Think they're going to chase it. They're going to chase it. All right. Morning comes around. My doctor's in there. Well, I go here for blood. Ah, there we go. All right, we finally found one. Oh. Oh, Sherry. Need help? Touch here to begin. Wow, it's audible to 911. That's kind of good. Subway. All right, spooky boxes. All right. Subway, that used to be Great Wall. Used to be a Chinese restaurant. Now, how many of us remember this? This building right here. As we grew up years ago, on the corner of Oakland Avenue and Forest, this building used to be Smiling Sunny's. Do you believe I got my first Voltron action figure in this building? And as a kid, I didn't mind getting lost. I used to love getting lost in Smiling Sunny's. It was a childhood dream to run through a toy store getting Voltron, because I had to buy pieces of it. It was expensive to get. So each week or month, I had to wait patiently to get the black lion, the blue lion, the green lion, the red lion. And you ain't lying. And then it was the G.I. Joes. Then it was Transformers. It was getting endless. It was getting crazy. It was hard to keep up with it because I was the only kid on the block that couldn't afford a freaking toy. I mean, for Christ's sakes, man. I was the only kid on the block without a fucking toy. I mean, and those toys were cheap back then. And Matchbox is the ones that made the Voltrons. Then it was the G.I. Joe. From G.I. Joe, then you got that shit. I mean, the additions to that G.I. Joe shit. The Staten, I heard that one was haunted too. But we're following a trail of snowflakes in different patterns, I think. I'm going to give you a timestamp because we're halfway down Forest Avenue. We should be crossing North Burger now. Because North Burger, I'm looking right at it. And there's a park 2 feet away from that, which would be McDonald's park. And no, he didn't have a farm. So the timestamp now is 23:52. So it was 52 minutes after the hour. So I don't know. Italiano. Italiano. Let me see. Italiano. I should ask him how much does he charge. I'll ask that question. If I use my credit card, do you charge a fee? I don't know, because I don't have any cash on me. And I can't go to an ATM because I don't have no money in my account. So let me see. I'm going to shut my camera off. Looks like I'm saving me some money because they don't have any coffee made in there. So I'm going to head home and make my own damn coffee. Yeah, let's go around. I don't feel like breaking something today and then take the day off from work. You know what's funny? I walked past 3 parks and well, Dunkin' Donuts is open, but then it's only the drive-through. Yeah, it's only the drive-through. All right. Dunkin' dropped the donuts. Now let's see. All right, we're looking at this park here, right? It's well lit. Now, tell me if you see something wrong. When you see something, say something. Austin J. McDonald Park. Now let's see. What did he? 6 to 9. Now let's see. Oh wow, that looks awesome. You see the picture of the city back there? I need a good picture of that. I need a good picture of that. Oh yes. Oh yes, look at that. That's what I'm saying. Look at the, if you go a little closer, I mean, editing. Oh yes, look at that. See what I mean? It's open where you could just walk through the park. Well, we're just walking through it. We're not staying, but you can just walk right through it. That's how open it is. And as for the record, we're standing at the end of McDonald's Park. And you see, it is empty. It is empty. And we're going to be going right out the back. So there you have it. We hit I'm going to take this stair for a minute. Okay. All right. All right, let's recap. It's midnight. So it's Monday morning. Here we are hanging out at the end of McDonald's Park. Here we are hanging out at the end of McDonald's Park. Now, let's recap. We went from Allison Pond Park, Goodhue Park, walked around the perimeter of that park, all the way up to Silver Lakes Playground and another park, the smaller version of it. Now here we are at McDonald's Park. Ain't that something? Because I'm looking right at Myrtle Avenue. If you thought I said Myrtle Beach, then you're in the wrong state. Alright, I gotta get my ass out of here before I get nailed. And let's see. This over here, I used to work this site with Allied. It was a fun building, but I didn't like the super in it. I wanted to bury them underneath the damn floor. The super in St. Vincent's Manor, he was cool. Kind of liked him. This cocksucker, I wanted to bury him underneath the floor. He was getting on my freaking case. It's like, listen, if you don't get out of my face, I'm burying you underneath the floor. I'm here to do a job, not to be patronized. I don't like to be patronized. I get leery of that shit. We could go to Clove Lakes right now. We got until midnight. We got an hour. It's only midnight. For the record, while we were in Goodhue, I heard somebody talking through my headphones. And that's when we were leaving the Stone Stage. Well, thank you for coming with me on my night walks. You guys are great company. I was scared, but then God seen me through it. But maybe in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, we'll hang out in Snug Harbor Cemetery. But we're able to get in there. We're able to get into Snug Harbor Cemetery. So now I found the way in. But now it's time to go back home to 810 Henderson. Well, did I say 810 Henderson? I didn't mean 810 Henderson. I mean 810. No more. Wow, that sky went from clear to cloudy in a heartbeat. And thank you guys for being supportive. Without you guys, these night walks wouldn't be possible because I'll be lazy as fuck. I heard voices, so if I'm not the only one, then oh, there we go. Well, I do have a martial arts background too, so. And none of them, I can't say that Mr. Miyagi crap is bullshit, but it's not. It's real. They're real moves. So, my props to Pat Morita. Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. Lola, she was a showgirl. You know, these people scared the shit of me when they do that shit. Ah, there we go. They shout it out when I get on. You shut me down. I don't hear the words they say. Lava. Frozen lava. How can lava be frozen? I mean, that shit's motherfucking hot. Lava can't be frozen. But frozen lava, I'm trying to make sense of that, but that looked cool too. Frozen lava. I used to take this bus to work. Let's see. Somebody's leaving love notes. I love myself. Good for you. Stick with it. My nose is running. I need to catch it. Well, West Street and Cary Avenue. At least I think it's Cary Avenue. Let's see. Let's see what my phone says. Woo. Cary Avenue and West Street. I knew it. I knew it. I had to be somewhere here. Because home is not too far. Home is not too far. All right. For rent, you talk about the yard or the house? Because the house looks new. Well, most of these houses that are on this block are new, but that one looks new. NYPD, somebody stole a car, it looks like. All right. So, we're traveling north on West Street. So we'll be entering West Brighton houses. And I finally got the revisited footage I need. Someone tells me that these two places are haunted. So I heard this house was, but I don't know about that one. But this house was getting a lot of violations. Oh, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, a heart of love. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Private property, no trespassing. Okay. Why would I want to do something like that for? I'll just do it anyway. Well, here we are. Popo, they're doing their rounds tonight. Wow, seems like I went around in circles. I ended up in New Brighton and I came back here. That's funny. All right, there's a car sitting there. I'm gonna go upstairs to my apartment to see if there's anything on the door upstairs. That's it. I'm going to go upstairs for a minute to see if there's anything on my door there's anything on my door, I'll just take it off and then go back to my building. But I'm going to go upstairs and check it out. But ever since I removed this fencing looks pretty awesome though. The fencing looks pretty awesome. Somebody been chilling here, I see. Uh-huh. There's been notices on the door. Elevator still looks like crap though. 2 weeks, maybe 3, since we've been living in the other building. So I just thought it'd be a good idea to sneak in here and see what they've done on the 7th floor. And this is what they did so far. Here's my apartment right here. Here's my apartment. Nina's and the other one. And you got 2 more apartments, which were already, we got 1 already done, 2 already done on this side. And we got 2 more being done. Kenny's old apartment, and this one. I'm gonna miss that 7 on the floor though, but that's big. We're not moving back into this building until probably 2 weeks time. There's a bonus for you. Anything past those plastics is asbestos removal. So I want to enter my apartment and see what it looks like. Somebody been drinking vodka on this floor? You know what? Let me see. Let me see what this floor looks like. Yeah, this floor is being done too. There's a padlock on one door. Wow, what's with the padlocks? Wow. Since we've been over in the other building, all right, they're not locking it. There we go. Now it's locked all the way. There you have it. I don't know what the reason for the padlocks on the 2nd floor was for, but I guess they don't really want anybody in there. I think it's asinine anyway, because the last 2 tenants left. I think it's asinine anyway, because the last 2 tenants left. they're in this building. So, I mean, goes to figure. I mean, 1077 now looks like a ghost town. But 1075, there was a line going out there like crazy. But I heard people are moving back into the original apartments over in 1077. So, no, I'm sorry. Not 1077, but 1075, they're moving back. We're going to wrap this thing up. And there's our mark right there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over there. I've been well here. Good song. Great part of the night too. We're going to choose, I don't know, the backdrop with the building right here, the stairs facing the building in the back. I think it'll be a good idea. Let's see. Aha. All right, there we go. Wait a minute. Huh. No, that bring me to, all right. All right, if I scooch this way, now you can see the building in back of me. Well, let's recap, because this is where we're ending it, inside the small playground in West Brighton houses. Behind me, you see my building. Well, I'm housed in that building temporarily. Soon to be broken down to a one-bedroom apartment, so I gotta see what the story is with management. Nitro is charging me for a one-bedroom apartment, so I gotta see what the story, what that is. And if that's the case, then I have to get my shit out of 1077 and move it into another permanent apartment. Well, to make a long story long, make a short story long, this is what's going to happen. As we recap, we went from Allison Pond Park, Goodhue Park, Silver Lakes Playground, and McDonald's Park. And I think that's a pretty good night so far in my book. I count this as a part two. Well, thank you for coming out with us tonight. And there's many more to come. With the construction updates, we'll keep you up with that and see what's going on with that story. Because I heard that the two tenants that live in 1075 are out. And they're living in two separate buildings. Most of them are living here. I don't like. So, I mean, half of the people are on my floor and one was above me. So, that was pretty cool to see. I mean, the thing is, until next time, if you can't. Nope, that's copyrighted. Alright. Keep the faith and love each other. Peace.